Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago Bears fans. Let's get to the news in the world of NFL rumors and trade whispers. One story has been gaining serious traction lately. The possibility of the Chicago Bears making a bold move that could shake up the entire NFC North. And at the heart of this speculation is none other than Chris Jones, the dominant defensive tackle from the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, Chris Jones. For the Bears, is that even realistic? Well, let's dive into the details because this isn't just some idle chatter. It's a narrative that could reshape our team's future, especially on the defensive line. The buzz was first reported by Adam Schefter, who mentioned that inside sources from the Chiefs' camp are whispering about a potential trade scenario involving Jones. The Chiefs, sitting comfortably at 11-3, are known for their strategic approach to the salary cap and roster management. They're facing a bit of a cap crunch, especially with the looming retirement of Travis Kelce, and they're pondering whether to prioritize maintaining their core or to make a bold move for cap flexibility. According to the whispers, Kansas City is considering trading Chris Jones, arguably one of the most disruptive interior defensive linemen in the league, for 2 second-round picks from the Bears. This isn't just a salary dump. It's a calculated move that could give the Bears a serious boost along the interior defensive line, one of our biggest needs as we push into the late stages of the season and look ahead to the playoffs. Now, let's break down what Chris Jones brings to the table. This guy is a game wrecker. Think of him as a wrecking ball in the trenches, capable of penetrating offensive lines with ease. His stats in 2025 are nothing short of elite: 12 sacks, 29 quarterback hits, 10 tackles for loss, and a PFF grade of 91. 0, putting him in the top tier of defensive tackles in the league. He's not just a pass rusher, he's a complete disruptive force. His pressure rate hovers around 20%, and he boasts a run-stopping win rate of 42%, which means he's not just rushing the passer but also shutting down the run game. His EPA per snap is 30, indicating he's highly effective in reducing the offensive success on each play. Even with a minor setback, a thigh injury that sidelined him for 3 games after Week 9, Jones has maintained his dominance when healthy. Throughout his 11-year career, Jones has accumulated an impressive 90 sacks, 190 quarterback hits, and 55 tackles for loss. His interior versatility makes him a nightmare for offensive lines, capable of lining up inside and creating mismatches. And he's still in his prime, only 30 years old, with plenty of gas left in the tank. For the Bears, acquiring a guy like Jones could be the missing piece to solidify our defensive front and turn us into a true playoff contender, especially considering the importance of interior pressure in today's NFL, where mobile quarterbacks and high-powered offenses thrive. However, the Chiefs are not exactly eager to part ways with Jones. They're known for their cautious approach when it comes to star players, especially ones who can have an immediate impact on the game. The odds of the Chiefs trading Jones are currently pegged at plus 250 for a Super Bowl win, which indicates there's some hesitancy. Kansas City has traditionally prioritized cap space to bolster their offensive line and maintain a balanced roster, especially with Kelce's retirement looming. They see Jones' $30 million cap hit as a luxury expense that could hinder their flexibility in free agency and the draft. So while there's interest, it's not a given that this trade will happen. The Chiefs are focused on maintaining a competitive window, and they'd probably prefer to keep Jones if they can find a way to fit him under the cap. On the other side, let's look at the Chicago Bears. At 10-4, the Bears are quietly building something special. Our defensive line, anchored by Dexter, has been a key part of our success, allowing just 3.9 yards per carry. But we all know that to really make a splash in the playoffs, we need to dominate the trenches even more. Adding Jones would be a game changer, especially for our run defense and pass rush. Imagine a front with Dexter and Jones inside, creating chaos for opposing quarterbacks and shutting down the run game like never before. Our current second-string interior linemen have done a solid job, but they're not quite on the same level as Jones. Bringing in a player of his caliber would elevate our entire defense. Projections suggest that acquiring Jones could lead to a total of around 13 sacks for our team, significantly boosting our pass rush. His presence on the field would also reduce the yards allowed on the ground, with estimates indicating a 19% decrease in rushing yards given up. That's huge, especially when facing teams like the Packers, who rely heavily on their running game. Our run-stopping efficiency would skyrocket, allowing us to control the game better and create more turnovers. Jones's ability to generate pressure could also help our edge rusher, Sweat, by drawing double teams and freeing him up for more sacks and pressures. Let's not forget the psychological impact. A player like Jones, with his reputation and ability to change the game in the trenches, would be a rallying point for our defense. Think about how Suh's trade helped boost the Bucs' defensive line back in 2020. Jones could have a similar effect, elevating our entire unit and creating chaos for offenses. His addition would align perfectly with our goal of becoming a top-tier defense and a real threat in the playoffs. The Super Bowl odds for the Bears, which currently sit at plus 800, could improve dramatically with a move like this. Up to plus 450, making us a serious contender, especially against teams like the Eagles, whose offensive line is among the best in the league. Simulations and advanced metrics support this, showing a plus 20% increase in our chances of winning those trench battles that often decide playoff games. Of course, acquiring Jones wouldn't be just about the immediate impact. It's also a strategic move for the future. The Bears are building a team that can contend for multiple rings, and shoring up the interior D-line is a big part of that plan. This trade, if it happens, would be reminiscent of the Suh trade that bolstered Tampa Bay's defensive line in 2020, leading to a significant jump in stops and overall dominance. For us, it's about setting a new standard, making the NFC North a nightmare for offenses, and cementing our status as serious contenders heading into the playoffs. Now, I know some of you might be skeptical about trading draft picks for a player like Jones, especially with the draft coming up. But sometimes, a move like this isn't just about one season. It's about establishing a foundation for years to come. Jones's impact inside the trenches could open up opportunities for our linebackers and secondary, making our entire defense more cohesive and lethal. It's about making a statement that the Chicago Bears are here to compete and dominate, not just for this year, but for the foreseeable future. In conclusion, this rumored trade is more than just a whisper. It's a strategic chess move that could push the Bears over the edge, transforming our defense into a fortress and taking us closer to that elusive Super Bowl. If we can land Chris Jones, it would send shockwaves through the league and reinvigorate our fan base, dreaming of glory days and multiple championships. The division rivals will definitely take notice, and it could be the catalyst that propels us into a new era of Bears football, one where our defense reigns supreme and our quest for greatness is renewed. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you believe a trade for Chris Jones could be the move that pushes us over the top? Would you be willing to part with some draft capital for a guy who could be a franchise changer? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Bears, because at the end of the day, this is your team, and your voice is what makes this community so special. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news. Let's keep this conversation going, and let's keep believing, because with moves like this, the future looks brighter than ever for the Chicago Bears.